Warm greetings from the high 10. It's Everyday Shenanigans. Thanks for joining me. It's approaching the witching hour in the high 10s, almost midnight here. Decided to go live to bring you commentary pertaining to the rapper Trouble out of Atlanta, Georgia. As most of you know, he was murdered inside of a woman's apartment that he was visiting. And I'm going to bring you the latest update pertaining to his death. Thank you all so much for joining me. If you want to give your commentary pertaining to this death, what you think happened, what you've heard, because I'm sure there are lots of rumors circulating, please hit the link that's in the chat. You do not have to show yourself, just hit the link. Please be respectful in your commentary. Thank you so very much. 11 Alive is the source. Ex-boyfriend shot rapper Trouble after finding him with his ex-girlfriend. The warrant indicates. Know that he is in jail with no bond. He had a hearing this morning in court. There is no bond for Mr. Jones. Thank you for joining me this Everyday Shenanigans.
And new details tonight involving the death of Atlanta rapper Trouble. Arrest warrants obtained by 11 Alive detail what investigators believe happened in the minutes leading up to the shooting and why the suspect allegedly fired on Trouble. Joe Henke is here now with details of what the warrants reveal. Joe?
Sheba, the arrest warrants we received today detailed Jamichael Jones, the suspected killer in this case, only spending 7 minutes at the apartment complex in Rockdale County where Mario Orr, also known as Trouble, was killed early Sunday. It happened in an apartment described as the home of Jones's ex-girlfriend. Early this morning, Jamichael Jones turned himself in to Rockdale County Sheriff's deputies after the Sheriff's Office began visiting places Jones is known to live or frequent. Deputies went to his mother's house where she told her son by phone to turn himself in and handed the phone to a deputy.
His mother was a huge resource in helping us apprehend him.
Jones arranged with deputies to surrender at a hospital. He is now charged with felony murder for rapper Trouble's death, along with aggravated assault, home invasion, and battery. Hours later, during his first court appearance,
Jamichael Jones,
the judge denied Jones' bond. Meanwhile, the Rockdale County Sheriff's Office says investigators are still piecing together what happened Sunday.
Could be possible more charges. Again, this is an ongoing investigation, and we'll determine that at the conclusion of the investigation.
Jones's arrest warrants detail what the investigation has uncovered so far. He's accused of arriving at his ex-girlfriend's apartment complex in Conyers at 3:14 a.m. Sunday before forcing his way into her home. That woman says she was asleep in her bed with Trouble when she woke up to Jones punching her face. Jones and Trouble then began fighting, and according to the warrant, Jones pulled out a handgun and shot Mr. Orr and left the scene. An investigator wrote in the warrant, video shows Jones's vehicle leaving at 3:21, 7 minutes after arriving. The woman told the Sheriff's Office she dated Jones for 3 years, lived at the apartment together, but he had not been home since a week ago when they broke up. And after being denied bond in court today, Jones is now being held at the Rockdale County Jail. He's scheduled to be back in court a week from tomorrow on June 15th.
Greatness.
Whew, mercy. That's the said commentary. Let's recap what was said. Mr. Orr, known as Trouble, was at this woman's house in bed with her, is what she says. She woke to Mr. Jones beating her in the face. Then I guess Mr. Orr woke up and he and Mr. Jones fought. Mr. Jones had a gun where he shot Mr. Orr to death. He had not been back to that apartment in a week since he and the woman broke up. So many questions. When was the last time she had contact with Mr. Jones, this woman? What are the odds that he shows up at this apartment while she has company in her bed? Or company at all. They could have been just in the living room talking, drinking wine. I don't know. But in the bed is what she says. Has he been back to the apartment to see her, be with her, sleep with her? Was he violent with her? Did he put his hands on her before this incident? Does he have a criminal record? Has he been in trouble before for violence? Was he licensed to carry? Georgia's a mean state to commit any type of crime. And, I told you all that earlier. That's the worst place to get a speeding ticket. You better walk the tightrope in Georgia. What happened? What was her relationship with Trouble? Some of you were talking real crazy down in that chat, down in the comment sections about she didn't have no business having that man in her house, in that man's house. Well, we don't even know whose name is on the lease. Whose name is on the lease? Are both of their names on the lease? Was her name the only one on the lease and he was just staying with her? Or were both names on the lease he decided to leave? Who left first? Or who put whom out? Did she ask him to leave? Why did they break up? See, so many questions. What happened for him to not be back there? Was it a good idea for her to have company a week later after breaking up with the man? Some of you feel like she shouldn't have had company knowing she just broke up with the man. But we're all grown. We're allowed to have people at our homes, whether it's platonic or not. Was Trouble the reason why they broke up? Has she been seeing both of them at the same time? I brought you commentary earlier where the sheriff is saying it wasn't a love triangle because a reporter asked if it was, and she said, well, the guys didn't know each other. And what did I tell you all in that earlier live? Do they all need to know each other for it to be a love triangle? I thought a love triangle means 3 people were involved with one or the other. I didn't know everybody had to know each other. Oh, excuse me, maybe I'm a little slow. Hello, Margaret. Thank you for joining me, baby. This is a ratchet story because you know the streets are going to talk just like what they did when Mo 3 passed. It's going to be a lot of he said, she said, Pookie said, Ray. But what's the truth? As I said, has this man, was he ever in this apartment recently? Has he been there before? Like days before this man showed up, Mr. Trouble? Had they been talking on the phone, texting? Has he been asking her, take me back, I want you back, I love you, I miss you? Why did they break up? Who broke up with whom? The fact he made his way into the apartment, broke his way in, means he didn't have a key. So that means either she took the key from him or she changed the locks. And naturally, if they both lived there together with their names on the lease, she couldn't change the locks because common sense, she'd be violating the lease because his name is on the lease. One of them would have to take their name off the lease. So let's just say this was her place and he just was staying with her. She put him out. He went his merry way. But just out of the blue, 1 week later, allegedly, she has mail company who happens to be in her bed. And voila, here comes Big Boy pushing his way through the door. Do the math. Was he stalking her? Watching her? Knew that she had company? Hell, did she tell him, hey, I got somebody here, quit calling me? That's not very bright if she did. Because now you've endangered the life of another human being. And now this human being is fighting for his life inside of your bedroom, fighting off your ex-boyfriend. And Trouble lost. This is bad. Going to have somebody come up and give their opinion. Hit the link if you want to give your opinion pertaining to the death of rapper Trouble. My condolences to his family and children, to the rap industry. This is a loss, and it's also a loss to our culture as a black man, a young man, because this is tragic to lose another black man to gun violence who was just visiting a woman. And whatever the arrangement was between he and she, it's nobody's business. They're all grown, and nobody had the right to take his life. Whatever business that guy had with the ex-girlfriend, he should have kept it between the two. You don't bust in somebody's apartment. You don't kill people because somebody doesn't want to be with you. You got to suck it up. A lot of us have liked people who weren't interested or fell off or disappeared or whatever the hell they did. You had to keep it moving. Thank you for joining me. This is Everyday Shenanigans. If you want to donate to the dream, $ Beganji, 129 Cash App. All super chats and stickers are welcome during this live. I'm going to call a good friend and see what she has to say about this shenanigans. Lord have mercy. God help us. Woo. I'm dead. This is bad. This is real bad.
Hello?
Hey, baby.
Hey.
I'm live.
Oh, see your thing on there.
Yeah.
Go to your page.
No, you can speak on this if you want to instead.
Oh, okay.
If you want to. Did you hear the commentary I read from the news?
No,
Now. I thought you were listening, ma'am.
I was on the page, but I didn't hear it.
Okay. Well, it's just the gist of what I said. He made his way into the apartment, was beating the woman in the face allegedly when she woke. Then I guess Mr. Trouble woke up. He and the man started fighting, and he got shot. 7 minutes total is all it took. 7 minutes. Sounds orchestrated to me. Some type of orchestration. Either orchestrated that he was watching her, or somebody said he's here. What do you think? I don't know.
Well, they said it was a setup.
And who's saying at the street?
That's what they saying in up the way. The girl's supposed to set him up.
Well, what reason would she have to set him up, baby?
Shit, who you telling?
Did you call your friend to tell her I'm live?
Yeah, because they clearly said it wasn't no money or nothing involved.
What you mean?
I mean, the boy didn't get no money or nothing, so,
Well, he was at 7 minutes. I mean, that's kind of like in and out.
Right. So how would that be a setup?
Right, that's what I'm saying. 7 minutes total. They got him on camera leaving at 3:21.
Yeah.
So that means he went directly there like he had a mission. I'm going in, I'm coming out.
Yeah, then they saying there was a hit. They saying all kinds of stuff. I don't know who wanted them dead either, but who knows in these time of damn days.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Did you call your friend to tell her I was live?
Yeah, she didn't answer the phone though.
Oh, she didn't answer. Okay, that's fine. Well,
that's why I heard that it was a hit.
Oh, she told you. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
that's what they're saying.
So had he been beefing with anybody? Other rappers?
They didn't say. Guess what I said? Now, why would they have a hit at them? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
But it's a lot going on with these rappers.
Yeah.
Today, so
imaginary beef. It could be anything.
Yeah, it ain't no telling.
Oh.
I just hate it for the little guy.
Yeah, I do too, because I just was realizing, I told the fans earlier, when I realized who he was, I said, wait a minute. I said, that's the little guy in the video with Mr. Lucci. I said, oh, honey. Then when they showed the up close of his picture, I said, Lord, that was a fine black man.
Yeah, I think he had dreads or braids back then, didn't he?
Well, in this video, well, it's a couple years old. I thought his hair was shorter.
Yeah, one of them, he had some braids
Okay.
or dreads under the tree. I just think it's just sad all the way around the board, because I poor little black men, if they ain't going to jail, they dying. It's just
from something.
Yeah.
From something.
It's really ridiculous.
Well, I wonder what she's thinking right now.
The girl.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's where all the information gonna come from if it ain't already.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna be able to tell the story. What little bit's being told is probably coming from her.
Lord have mercy. Hello, Patty. How you doing? Do you think she's telling the truth?
Well, depending on, how in the hot seat she is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Of course, anybody in their right mind is gonna try to cover their own tail for whatever
Right.
the case may be.
Right. Because I do believe that what I read, I could have sworn that man, chief or whoever he was, said it was still ongoing investigation. I could have sworn he said that.
Well, it just happened, so yeah, you should be pretty impressed.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
They probably just now getting little bits and pieces of here and there. People gonna tell what they want to tell.
Right. Just seems strange. 7 minutes because they were showing like the upper parts of the apartment, so maybe it was the second or third floor, perhaps, or I don't know. But I just assume that. But I'm thinking just 7 minutes getting in, parking the car. Let's say she was on the second or third floor, and I gotta climb the stairs. You understand what I'm saying? Now I gotta kick the door in, huh? They showed the apartment complex.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a 3-level. It's a 3-level apartment complex. Decent looking, it's decent looking. Outside apartments, when you walk up the stairs and go to the door.
So my thing is, how did the man know he was over there?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's why I said I didn't want to speculate and start no rumors. But once they gave the time, 3:21, that was all it took for me. I said, okay, that's late.
Something ain't right with that. How that man know that boy was about to be over, young?
Yeah, girl, I'm a bitch. Regina, you ain't got no sense. You okay? Said yonder. Ain't sure. Hey, at 3 a.m. you either sleep or you getting into the goodness.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Who's doing the searching and coming on at 3 o'clock in the morning trying to see who over where?
And like somebody said, who's to say that she didn't try to make him jealous and said, look, I got company, quit calling me. Could have said anything. And then dude might have not known who she texted. And see, that's another thing. Did he even know that she had just broke up with dude?
Mm-hmm. And then he kicked in the door, not understanding how he got in.
Yeah, let me go get my other device. I'm gonna read some of the comments that people left on the article. Hold on 1 minute, baby.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, we gonna see what the street's saying. Which you ain't supposed to listen to the gossip because people put a lie on anybody.
Yeah, but the detectives gotta get to the bottom of it.
Yeah.
At some point in time, they're gonna have to tell whatever story.
And what is you chewing? What you chewing?
Baby, that's delicious. You know what I mean?
What is it, candy?
Yeah, I'm eating some former apple Werther.
Oh, Jesus.
Girl, they love me. I wish I could get one.
Hold on, let me see. I can't even get this. It's not even. This device is not active.
It's just one thing after another, child.
Yeah, it's bad. Real bad. I mean, all these shootings and folks just can't seem to just deal with their troubles.
Yeah, some mind-boggling things going on with people.
Right.
They need a woosah. Meditation is good for you.
Right.
Really.
See, I left a comment an hour ago, so let's see. Here's one lady says, this was 6 hours ago. A week ago, she knows she wasn't supposed to have trouble in that man's house. Rest in peace, trouble. 2 replies. Exactly. Now a man has lost his life. A terrible situation. Hold on.
So whose girlfriend was she first?
I believe you sleep. The big man, Mr. Jones.
Oh, see, I didn't hear that part. I didn't
Here.
know if that was so late.
Here, let me play it. Let me see if I can hear it here.
Detail what investigators believe happened in the minutes leading up to the shooting and why the suspect allegedly fired on trouble. Joe Henke is here now with details of what the warrants reveal. Joe?
Sheba, the arrest warrants we received today detailed Jamichael Jones, the suspected killer in this case, only spending 7 minutes at the apartment complex in Rockdale County where Mariel Orr, also known as Trouble, was killed early Sunday. It happened in an apartment described as the home of Jones's ex-girlfriend. Early this morning, Jamichael Jones turned himself in to Rockdale County Sheriff's deputies after the Sheriff's Office began visiting places Jones is known to live or frequent. Deputies went to his mother's house where she told her son by phone to turn himself in and handed the phone to a deputy.
His mother was a huge resource in helping us apprehend him.
Jones arranged with deputies to surrender at a hospital. He is now charged with felony murder for rapper Trouble's death, along with aggravated assault, home invasion, and battery. Hours later, during his first court appearance,
Michael Jones,
the judge denied Jones' bond. Meanwhile, the Rockdale County Sheriff's Office says investigators are still piecing together what happened Sunday.
Could be possible more charges. Again, this is an ongoing investigation, and we'll determine that at the conclusion of the investigation.
Jones's arrest warrants detail what the investigation has uncovered so far. He's accused of arriving at his ex-girlfriend's apartment complex in Conyers at 3:14 a.m. Sunday before forcing his way into her home. That woman says she was asleep in her bed with trouble when she woke up to Jones punching her face. Jones, in trouble, then began fighting, and according to the warrant, Jones pulled out a handgun and shot Mr. Orr and left the scene. An investigator wrote in the warrant, video shows Jones's vehicle leaving at 3:21, 7 minutes after arriving. The woman told the sheriff's office she dated Jones for 3 years, lived at the apartment together, but he had not been home since a week ago when they broke up. And after being denied bond in court today, Jones is now being held at the Rockdale County Jail. He's scheduled to be back in court a week from tomorrow on June 15th.
Well,
Okay, so there you have it. Well, go ahead. Let me just say what you want to say, baby. There is no driving by a house. She lived in an apartment. There are thousands of cars in the parking lot. He didn't know who's in her house unless she told him.
exactly.
I'm answering somebody in the chat. Go ahead, finish, baby.
This furthermore lets us know that it was more to the story than what was being told.
Mm-hmm. Well, why you say that?
Because, how did he know that the guy was there?
Yeah. He didn't kill her. Why didn't he shoot her? You took a gun, you took a gun for a reason. So you walked in,
Right.
saw her, got mad at her, beat her first, and then dude naturally jumped up because he could
Right.
probably feel you on top of her, trying to figure out what the hell's going on. And then they go at it, tussling, and he shoot this man in the chest, allegedly, it's in the chest.
And then why was the situation so hostile towards him that you wanted to kill him?
Yeah, because that's what's weird. You come in beating her.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, why did he just kill Trouble? I just don't understand.
But he had to have intent to murder, because what are you doing with the gun at
Yeah.
3 a.m.? You just broke in somebody's house. Then you had a gun. Then you beat her getting in. Naturally, dude gonna wake up with all the tussling. They fighting over the gun, fighting, and then you pull out a gun and shoot the man.
But clearly it's premeditated.
Yeah, it's premeditated, yeah. Well, when you kicked in the door, you proved it was premeditated, because obviously, like I said, she probably changed the locks when he left. And now you have to ask yourself, why did they break up?
Mm-hmm.
Why did they break up?
He probably was possessive in the beginning. That's
Yeah.
probably why she was leaving him alone in the beginning.
Okay, let me read just one person's comment. That's why I don't get involved with women who have crazy exes or just broke up with someone. Do your math before messing with females. But if this chick messes with this loser and a rapper named Trouble, tells me she's into bad boys and possibly ain't worth a $7 meal. So she was with a dude after a week of breaking up with someone? I'm confused as F. There's more women than men on earth. Get serious. What do you think about that comment?
Well, my thing is it go both ways. You can't just pinpoint and say that a woman is making a mistake, because guys do also. And then what you supposed to do? Just hold your life up because then you got an ex?
Right. So I guess the thing is saying, some people may judge her and say, wow, it's just a week since your man left. You already got another man in your bed.
Well, it is kind of soon now,
It is. But let's be truthful. Everybody don't tell their business of what they got going on when they was with the people. Because we don't really know why they broke up.
And then, how do we know that she wasn't already dating Trouble?
And that's what I said too. That's what I said. Could Trouble be the reason that they broke up? He knew or heard she was dating, or she was acting funny. He saw text messages or something. Maybe she wasn't coming home. I don't know. That's why I said I'm not trying to speculate. But I've asked the pertinent questions. Was he a reason why the two broke up? And who is he? Does he work? He got a job? Do he hustle? Who is he? Because when I look at him and I look at Trouble, I say, Right.
That could be another reason why was he like, he might really.
And he ain't really a bad looking guy, the murder suspect, but he looking rough because naturally under the circumstances, he's probably duressed from being on the run a day or two. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody really takes great looking mug shots.
Well, you know what I'm saying. My thing is he didn't have no business at some people.
But what if she didn't tell him? Let's say he met her out somewhere. They exchanged numbers. Maybe it was just a hookup. I don't know. Either way, what if he just didn't even know she just broke up? Who's to say she even told him? Imagine that she didn't tell him, hey, yeah, I just broke up with a crazy MF, and he walked in there blindsided.
I don't think being that he was a rapper and famous that he would just be ended up at this woman's house.
Okay, but let's go here. Mo 3 was famous enough, and he was in the hood, and they said that about Mo 3. Mo 3 didn't care about going in places in the hood on the op side. He didn't care. That's how he lived, which was dangerous.
Yeah, but listen. So you think that he was just pick a random female?
Yes, because he a man. You forgot what he was. You forgot what he was. You know I love you. Hey, he a man before he a rapper. You know that. Right. Ain't no, but hell, for all we know, did she know him? Did she know him as Trouble? Did she know who he was? Because what if this just a chick who didn't even know who he was?
Yeah, I'm just trying to give him a little credit.
Yeah, well, that's the whole point of this. We don't really know what was going on between none of the people.
Right. I'm just trying to give him a little credit.
Right.
He's a little popular.
Yeah. But see, he could have met her at the mall or something, and she was looking nice to him, and one thing led to another, and they exchanged numbers. So what?
End up in her bed.
You know what, Queen? I know you ain't going there with this Queen. Now you acting like an old woman right now. In her bed, how you get up in there? Oh, she hung up. She fell off. Regina crazy. Talk about how you get up in there. He walked up in there, I guess. Woo. Lord have mercy, I'm dead. Thank you all for joining me. This is really a serious situation. I don't mean to make fun, but this is crazy. Hey, baby.
I don't know how I got cut.
That's okay. Okay, I'm going to read you. Go ahead, baby.
I'm just was trying to give benefits of that on both ends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
On her end and his.
Yeah, I understand.
But it's just not sounding very good.
Well, it's just like what happens in real life, because this is real life. You make mistakes. You go in places you have no business. Inviting people over to your house that you don't know, you ain't met, you don't know their temperament. A man inviting a woman to his house, don't know her. Or going on dates from the date sites, all the same. You go in blindly in good faith to do whatever the hell you're getting ready to do, but you don't know what's on the other side of the door. I'm going to tell you something that my aunt told me many moons ago, and I always tell the fans this. She said, you could talk to a man on the phone, and he could ask to come over. And you all could willingly know that you probably going to do something or not do something.
Right.
The point is that when the door closes, all bets are off. It doesn't mean that even if you told him you would give him some, he would play fair.
Yeah, you're right.
Because he might be into some dirty games, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. That's why you got to be careful about who you let come to your house. That's the reason why I think that it was somebody that she was already previously seeing.
So you give her the benefit of the doubt that she didn't pick up no strange.
No, I think that he may have been nice before the breakup.
Okay. So he knew it. Let's just say he knew it. He said, okay, he out the picture. I'm going to come on over.
Yeah, if he hadn't already been over there, previously.
While she was dating the man?
Huh?
While she was dating the man?
Well, I'm just saying, they been broke up a week. He could have been over there, a couple days after that week. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, Satan, get your children.
You know what I'm saying? She might have had him out there as soon as they broke up.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a comment from a Mr. Brandon Avery Hart 2 hours ago. He says a week ago, he got like 5 question marks after that. You've been with this man over 3 years. You got this man sleeping in your bed, knowing you got a man that lives with you. Question mark 4 times, and he didn't call her BIH exclamation point. That's a bit extreme because she said he hadn't been there in a week. Talking about he lives with you. He don't live with you once I put you out. If I say you out, you gone. And I changed the locks, you gone. So obviously, I believe she changed the locks.
That's right. That's right. So she was trying to move on. If she put you back, she changed the locks.
Yeah, she changed the locks. Because there's no reason for me as a man or a woman to kick in a door if I have a key. What the fuck am I going to kick in something? I got a key to open the door.
Right.
So that means she changed the locks.
That's right. That's right. And that means that I said don't come back.
If I change the locks.
Yeah, that means
if you, let's just say he even tried coming back the next night, next day after they broke up. Once you put the key in there and saw the key didn't fit, okay, she's serious.
Yeah.
She don't want me back.
Go
on about your business.
But I really do think that they were already seeing each other.
Why? Why you say that?
I just do.
You just can't accept. Now you know damn well we all been grown. You can't accept the fact that each one picked up some strange somewhere.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying with him being who he.
And you know I ain't about to let you use that. You know I ain't about to let you use that when you know how they doggish these men can be.
You know, and then when you getting strange, you don't too much. Try to spend the night. This man was clean.
Well, that's what some other people saying. Why did he stay over? Okay, I'm gonna go in and get some more comments. That's something a lot of them said.
This man was sleeping in this girl bed.
Okay, here goes somebody said, you waited a week to invite a rich man there. Shaking my head. 304s, 304s, 304. You lived with him for 3 years. Y'all still together. Girl, I'm dead. What? That's somebody crazy.
Girl, child.
Oh. Now here comes some old racist and had something to say in here.
I just don't think he would have been that comfortable.
And then somebody else said, dead over nonsense again. Then somebody said, well, the rapper lived up to his name, I would say. That I put a hands down on that person's comment because that's cold. You don't know that man from Adam. Trouble don't got nothing to do with it. Who he went and laid with, that was his choice to go lay there because right now a dead man can't talk. So we don't know what he had going on with her and what conversations they had. Because it could be just like what I said. They met somewhere all of 5 days ago. She finally gave him the number, the address. He came over, got him a little something, or laid down. Matter of fact, they could have been in the bed. They ain't had nobody's sex. They grown. And here come big boy. Boom, boom, boom. I just think the timing is interesting. That's what I find. Because this is an apartment complex. This isn't a house where I rolled by and saw a car in the drive at 3 a.m. and said, damn, she got company. Who over there? It could have been anybody. It could have been a woman.
That's what I was thinking too. I said, if I lived in an apartment complex, that's why I said I think that they kind of either knew each other or they met before for him to be comfortable enough to go to the apartment complex and spend the night.
Okay. But what about the suspect though? You talking about apartment complex, so we know it can't be you knew the car this unless you knew something first. Otherwise, but I still believe there's some knowledge on part of at least the suspect. He knew something was going on because to show up at that time of morning and she happened to have a man in her house, the door is like he can't get in. He knew something.
Right. And I know he ain't just popped up, at that time of morning just because he thought she might have had.
Yeah, because let's think about it. For a whole week, he's had a whole week to bust the door in. He could have busted the door in the first night when he put the key in and realized the key didn't work. Well, she said, I changed the locks. Don't come over here. You not getting in. Oh, hell yeah. Yes, I am. I still love you. Open this door. You know what I mean?
Well, it happened.
Golly.
Like, I just don't see that man just popping up at this time of morning, just on some instinct. I just don't.
You said you don't think he had no instinct. So what you saying? He been watching her?
Either he knew for a fact, or he knew, you know what I'm saying? Either knew it for a fact, or he's seen it with his, or he's seen it with his own two eyes.
Like seeing them together, going in common.
Yeah, some kind of way he knew.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Very interesting.
He can take his chances on kicking in the door, going with a pistol, all the above. He had to, at some point, something he knew that made him that man to where he took his chances on that.
Look at these comments. Let me read these comments here by the experience. So the dude caught trouble in his bed. They still don't listen. With his woman. Lived and dated the man for 3 years and hasn't been home in a week. Yet already bringing trouble in the very household the dude pays bills at. First of all, they're saying it's her house, her apartment. 2, you don't know that he pays bills at her address. Because just because people live together don't mean everybody paying bills.
That's right.
The only bad part is how it looks on her part. It said, okay, if indeed she just broke up with him, she had a new man in there quickly. One can say that looks bad on her part, but we don't know who was paying bills and who was doing what in that house. We don't know nothing.
But if that was if it was an ongoing thing, his family is going to let it be known. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, now that they know, what is being said, I'm pretty sure his family going to let it be known. Okay, they was previously messing around. They didn't know nothing about her. Things like that. It's going to start to surface.
Sad, man. So that's some content I wanted to make. I was going to do a crime vault on true crime that has happened already, such as women who've killed for men. They had children, murdered their children, such as Susan Smith, this Diane Downs lady. She's older now. These women killed their kids, you understand what I'm saying, for the love and affection of a man. So my thing is, it's no different, I guess, than a man killing a woman or a woman killing a man. For whatever reason, they don't want to be with them or whatever. Why do people take people's lives that they were dating or married to because they don't want them? Or they're trying to get the affection of the person?
I think it's an insecurity situation. Because if you be in a situation like that to where somebody can actually push you to that extreme,
yeah,
there is the insecurity somewhere with you. Because bye.
So you never been close to wanting to harm somebody that you cared for and they didn't want to be with you?
I mean, at some point,
I didn't mean to get personal, but I'm just saying we all been human to where we wanted to pop off. It's with a person that, let's say, it didn't work out, and maybe the person said, "Well, I don't want to be with you no more," and you're still care for them, and you're like, "Why? What's wrong? What did I do?" Woo, woo, woo.
Yeah, but I don't think I would go to the extreme though of put my life on the line.
Oh, you wouldn't. Then
they're gonna be out here doing them regardless.
But that's the whole thing that people don't understand. It's just like this man. He did not think. You can bet your bottom dollar he didn't think she gonna go on after trouble. How about that?
Right.
3 years with me, 1 week with him allegedly, and in eternity with some damn body else.
And now look where he's going. And he ain't gonna have.
That's right.
There's trouble.
That's right. She gonna lay low because naturally she gonna get a lot of flack because people are judgmental. But in the end, that woman gonna be with some other man because that's life.
Of course, she's not gonna stop her life. Then she didn't tell him to do that.
Yeah.
She done supposed to hold her life.
And he's forfeited his life for nothing. Because he didn't have to go in that apartment and do that. He could have just whined and cried and moped and stomped like everybody else do when shit don't work in our favor, and you keep it moving.
Yeah. And then, at some point in time when you get that heated to where you feel like you're going to do something like that, I've been to anger management before.
Okay.
They can't continue or go in a different environment.
Yeah.
Change your train of thought.
Yeah. You have to, though, because you won't make it. That's the thing about this life. It can be a very hard life at times. And if you don't have self-control, you don't have coping mechanisms, you're going to fall by the wayside.
That's right. That's right. And then when it all boils down to it, you think about it, you think, was it really worth it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Somebody says, Jamel Swain says she breaks his heart. I beg your pardon? What you mean? This is what somebody in the comment section is saying. She breaks his heart. I don't know.
Well, I think we all have been in a situation.
Well, yeah, we all have. Yes, we all have liked somebody, and maybe it didn't work out, and the person didn't want us. We had to go on.
No, but me, myself, you know.
Look at this nasty ass comment here. These people being some nasty comments. Looks like Trouble got himself in some trouble. No, he was just in the wrong place.
Yeah, you just have to. I don't know. You just have to think his life is, it don't stop.
Right.
Okay, we broke up, and then some people's feelings are deeper. Like me, I'm not a jealous hearted person, but you're gonna respect.
Right.
That's what I'm high on. I don't care about the rest of it. When I feel like I'm being disrespected, then that's when I go to another level. Okay. But I just don't think I would go to the extreme to where I would just risk my life, because at the end of the day, like this man, you better be gone for the rest of your life. You still ain't great baby help. Right. Besides the visit, if she decides she want to come to visit, and me myself, I wouldn't want to have nothing else to do with you. Don't kill my boyfriend. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. No. Okay, Jamel says the female broke his heart. Yeah, but you stole a life. He was beating her, and then this man woke up and fought him. He had to do something. Yeah, they broke up for a reason, and that's the point. What was the reason? My point. We don't know what he was doing. And I'm not saying she was in the right or wrong, but they broke up for some reason. Yeah, the breakup came from somewhere and then just fall out the sky. And 9 times out of 10 with him acting like he acting, it's probably from something he done, and that's the reason why he got this big ego, and now he done messed up his whole life. Because he know he messed up. Oh, yeah. And he ain't coming out of there down there in Georgia either, honey. He'll be an old man the day they decide to let him out of there. It's over with. It's over with. He will never see daylight again. Except for outside on the yard. Girl, you crazy. I'm just saying. It's just over. Well, he'll find him a pen pal. He'll find him a pen pal or not. Well, maybe so. That's all he getting ready to get is a pen pal. Yeah, well, he'll think, everything. Oh yeah, every day he'll sit there and wonder and ask himself, why the hell did I do that? Yeah, he did it to himself. Now you ain't gonna be able to tell nobody. He might get one of them guards to punch on him a little bit. You know what? I can't. You know what? Yeah, that's probably gonna be the size of it. Oh, Lord have mercy. But these hard, I just feel sorry for our men. It's already hard enough out here for the guys. Mm-hmm. It really is. It's hard for a man out here nowadays. Mm-hmm. And, the violence don't make it no better. What points do y'all, it's like they got points to prove or something. I don't know. Yeah. I just hope things get better before they get worse, especially with our guys. I got 2 sons, honey, Lord, and him knows. Because you don't know this story, but I've told the chat before recently. My mother was from Memphis. My mother's not alive now, but my mother is from Memphis, and she had a lot of brothers and sisters. Her baby sister in the early 70s was murdered by her lover. Yes, it's too much. Yeah, she was dating a married man, and he killed her in a public place. it's a lot. You know, I just hope
And he left her.
But they get worse. You know, with these senseless killings that they doing that.
Well, I know, Jamel, I know somebody that killed themselves over a woman too. Their wife, they killed themselves. Trust me, I know firsthand.
Yeah.
I know how people can deeply love a person to where not they don't kill that person or kill the other, but they kill themselves.
Yeah.
And that's a terrible place to be. Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's deep right there.
Yeah. But that's just the thing, you know.
I never in life loved nobody that.
Really? You feel that you wouldn't go berserk over somebody?
Yeah, I just pray to God.
I don't know. Well, I feel the same way. I can stay just as mad as I want, kind of.
Oh yeah.
And not reach out and put my hands on nobody.
You will get over it.
And that's what I tell myself. Yes, that eventually there'll be a day when I won't wake up. I won't feel nothing. I won't think nothing. I won't. And it has happened. Just one day you wake up, they're not on your mind.
Yeah.
The person's not on your mind.
You just have to pray about it and continue your life.
Right.
Because you know, love does hurt, but you just have to not let it weaken. You got to make the best of it. That's
right.
What I say. I mean, because you know, if you love one time, you'll love again. That's what you want to do.
Right. It's very sad. And I believe he had children too.
Yeah, it's very sad, and it's the younger generation is getting a hold of worse now than the older people.
Yeah, they pop off too quick.
Well, it's really
they pop
sad.
off. You can't say nothing to the young folks about nothing.
Lord, no, honey. No, that's why I just keep me you know, I when I made that post the other day, I'm sticking to.
You what?
I got 5 boyfriends and a husband.
You know what? I ain't got nothing. I ain't got a pet, dog, goldfish, or the husband, the boyfriend. Got none of it. Ain't got nothing. Trust me. It won't act right. Won't act right.
I'm loving my life right now. Like I'm in a wonderful space right now. I really am. You know.
Well, that's good. I'm happy for you.
It's gonna be up to me to stay that way.
That's it, and that's right. We are the captain of our ship, so therefore, ain't nobody driving it but us.
That's right, and you got control over it. That's so true. I hate it for those babies in Chattanooga.
Oh yeah, that just got me, girl. You know I was just there on my birthday. January. I'm telling you, I went to one place on Friday night. That Saturday night, I said I'm gonna do Mary's Saturday night before I go home. And I went there. The crowd was kind of young, but I had a pretty good time. And the only thing I was worried about was, they don't tow my car. That's all I kept thinking. They don't tow my car. I'm telling you, when I saw the article and I opened it up, I said, wait a minute, that building looks familiar. Because naturally, you know, when I saw the building, it was dark and I'm coming around the corner. But when I saw that picture, I said, no, that is Mary's.
That's disturbing. Like, you know.
It's very disturbing.
I've been wondering what be on people's minds to take them to a state of mind like this. Like,
I don't know.
You know, kill innocent.
Because I wonder if they were arguing like inside and they took it outside. Because you know that this happened at like 2:40 something or 2:30 something. So I don't even remember Mary staying open that late when I was there. So what I'm thinking is maybe people were standing outside talking. You know how we do. We like to gather and talk. Maybe people were standing outside talking and one thing led to another. Somebody said something, somebody out of the way, and everybody just started pulling out guns.
Yeah, it's really, really sad.
Yeah, because they haven't said what the motive is, who was actually shooting. They don't got none of that from when I last brought the information.
Yeah, it's really.
Oh, and I believe there was one juvenile involved too, hurt or something. I said, now what's a child doing up there?
Yep, see what I'm saying?
Yeah, out at night your ass should be in the bed. Excuse my
I mean, that's the truth.
Yeah, your mom and daddy don't know where you at, and you up here involved in a shooting. Do you know one of the people that got killed got hit by a car? Trying to run. Yes. I said, damn, you sitting up here trying to run for your life, and you gonna sit here and mow somebody down trying to get out. You know that's the easiest way to get somebody killed, trying to speed out of a parking space. trying to dodge bullets. Your best thing to do was go get in your car and lay down in the seat.
Yep, and stay there until you
You don't move no car when you got tight parking space. You know good and well them cars are bumper to bumper off the side street. So you trying to pull out while people are shooting is even more dangerous.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. I just don't know what to even say. But live your best life is what you got to do, because you never know what's going to happen on a day-to-day basis.
You don't know. You don't know. Yeah, one of the commenters, Margin here, said, I pray for you when you're going out to be careful. And I was like, I appreciate it. I thank you. I started thinking about that the other day. Maybe I don't need to be going up in the places.
Well,
because folks don't know how to act.
I mean, it can happen anywhere.
I know it can.
Anything could happen anywhere.
Well, I know I could go in the grocery store, yeah. I can go pay a bill somewhere. It's all the same, yeah.
Things can happen anywhere nowadays, so you can isolate yourself as much as you want.
But you got to come out at some point. That's the point. At some point, you got to go somewhere. You got to go to work. You got to pay bills. There's no way you can just sit in the house and never come out.
Yeah.
I could just easily go to church.
I wish I could. I wish I could work from home, stay home. I wish I didn't have to come out. Period.
Well, you could stay in. I can't see you you're a social butterfly, honey. I can't see you staying in.
Yes, honey. As long as I got me some food, TV, and some music, I don't got to step out the door.
You're so funny. Oh, Lord.
But yeah, the only thing we can do, is just try to go on a daily basis, keep, our folks in our prayers. That's the only thing to do. Those who know, the word, you just have to do the best you can using it.
And think about this. Now, the guy is in jail, so now he really gonna probably worry himself to death about what she doing now.
Yeah, if they don't tap in, ain't no telling who that boy knew that's locked up in the jail here.
That's true too. Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? He was famous, so you don't know who he might know that, it might not be easy for him in there.
Well, see, that's the thing. He didn't think.
No, he didn't.
He didn't
sad.
think, because you threw away. Because, see, my daddy told me that a long time ago. He said, you will laugh at the men that you will date and cry and moan over. And when you finally get over, the first thing you're going to say to yourself, what the hell was I thinking when I was talking to that? And he said, you're going to laugh at yourself when you realize you overcame and moved on. And he's right. That's one thing he's told me that has been the truth. That when you look back in hindsight, it was nothing.
So, as the days go on, are you going to continue to keep us up on?
I sure am. If something come up by tomorrow or they get a new update on something, I will tell you, because I'm sure, you have them other little networks, they be bringing that he said, she said version and what Pookieville said. What Pookie Shamikwa said. And all that, because when Mo3 passed, oh Lord, them YouTubers, honey, it was horrible, wasn't it? It was just as horrible when Young Dolph passed. They all just said this, and this one did it, and that one did it, and it was a hit, and it was this. And it was just like, man, y'all make a person just lose their mind with all them rumors.
Yeah, that was my guy too, man. It was really my guy, and I will keep you up on, what the little odds and ends out here.
Oh, what she hear? Yeah. Because like Nene once said on the other Housewives, she said, "Honey, Atlanta's small, baby. People talks." She said, "Don't get it twisted, thinking that don't nobody talk about what you're doing and ain't doing." Of course,
that's for sure.
That's anywhere.
That's it. When I hear little bits and pieces about what's going on down there, I'll be glad to let you know, so you can,
But you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. When I was talking to the fans last year, I told them, I said, I believe that's the reason why Tiny never left T.I., because she knew that she'd have to walk around that city and bumping the people, gossiping and talking about what he doing, who he with. Oh, he was seen over here at such and such restaurant.
Well, they went through that big old thing when them folks tried to say they was date raping. I said, I just don't believe that.
Oh, you got to go watch my content on that, girl. If you want a good laugh tonight and go to sleep, please go look at my library. I made some videos about that last year, about the foot and all that. You are going to scream.
I'm gonna have to check it
Yes,
out.
honey. We had some good lives then, baby.
Yeah, I just don't believe, with how powerful they are and the people that they are. Why would they have to date rape somebody?
I'm gonna tell you what I think. I think he liked extra parties because a lot of men like menage a trois or fours or whatever you call it. And I think he told her, he probably, just like a lot of men, just say, baby, how about we bring a girl in? And maybe she said yes, maybe she said no, maybe she thought about it. I don't know, but eventually she went along with it. And that became the norm. I had heard a lot of people say that would come in the chat and say, I thought you knew about that. I said, I don't keep up with the hell T.I. and Tiny doing. What the hell are you talking about? What the hell I care about what them folks doing that are in ATL? I ain't in their bedroom to keep up with what's the norm for them. But they were saying that was the norm for them, that they always had extra parties in their bedroom.
Yeah, it's just...
And T.I. liked to put his foot in it. Bye, Felicia. I said, wait a minute, T.I. Girl, I showed out on that live. I said, he put his foot where? The girl told it, girl. The girl told it. And she come to and him foot was downtown.
Oh my.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. I'll be so damn bad. Your foot, a grown man. Just what you think about that now for a minute. A grown man foot.
Yeah, that's a little.
Now we ain't talking about. Let me put this delicately. Massaging your girlfriend. If your whole foot in there, shut up.
He needs to go.
T.I., you on some other stuff.
Now, look here. Now, even though you who you are, now it's just some stipulation.
I think he would use a drug if it's like a girl he wouldn't think would do that. Now, the girl who said his foot was in her or on or whatever, she wasn't really allegedly that type of girl. She was more like, matter of fact, she was in the military, so she was in like really good standing. Met them at a party. They got to talking to her, asked her would she like to meet them back at their room. She went back with them. So she was like, I wasn't the type to just go follow people, know any random person. But the way she talked, she didn't seem like to me, just a girl that hopped around. But like I said, she grown, she can do what she wants. But my understanding is that when she came to, that's when she saw the foot. So somebody had put something in her drink.
Well, baby, honey, all I can say is
you gonna sleep good on that, ain't you?
Oh, Lord, yeah, honey. I just, it nothing surprises me.
And then they fell out with their other little friend. What's her name to do to her?
Chicano.
Yeah, because she said he had put a gun or something. Ugh.
Yeah.
I said, Lord.
It's just a lot.
What a mess.
Days.
See, that's the one that started telling all the business. So I thought maybe there was some truth to it because I believe she was telling stuff that she knew about their little fetishes and bringing extra girls into the party to the scene.
But when it started, she didn't have nothing to say.
At first.
She didn't have too much to say when all of that started.
At first, but something jumped. I can't remember what it was, but something fell out about something, and that's when she started talking.
Yeah, she probably had something to say about it, but when everything started coming out, she was on hush.
Well, it's your friends that know some of your little secrets. They don't tell everything at first until somebody say something, and then boom, somebody get an attitude, then folks start testifying.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's why you got to watch it because grown people don't get mad at each other and start spilling the beans. Just hush.
Yeah, well, people do though. People tell stuff.
I don't like that.
I tell people all the time, if I hear a man before I see him, I already know he's not for me. You understand what I'm saying? If I hear your mouth before I see your face, you not for me. Because I already know you the type of kiss and tell. And when you get mad, you a dog, a woman out.
Yeah. Yep, just talking.
A loud mouth. I do not do no loud mouth men. That's a turn off for me.
This dude to be doing too much.
But then the quiet ones, they scary because when they get too quiet, that's when you gotta watch. My mama used to say that when I was a little girl. She used to say, "You better watch them quiet ones. They make the most noise."
Yeah, that is so true too.
Ooh, yes. He get to sit over in that corner and looking at you like, "Baby, what's wrong?" He ain't saying nothing. You think, "Shit, I ain't sleeping with him tonight."
I'll sit back and pay attention. That's what I do.
Yeah, you have to. But the thing is, you don't know people.
That's right. You just when you think you do, you don't. But when are you doing another broadcast?
I might do one tomorrow. Because I found something else about the shooting, about what the kids got shot to school, and I did a live earlier. So I found some information that the teacher spoke, the one that had allegedly left the door propped open. So I'll probably do another live about that tomorrow and something else. I'm going to try to do multiple topics tomorrow. Okay, anything you'd like to talk about?
No, not really. Like,
I did. You gotta watch my video I did last Sunday about why the black man so angry. I was feeling myself that night. I was sitting out on the porch and I just wanted to talk about why these black men so angry and what's the damn problem.
I'm gonna go on there and watch a couple of yours, and then we'll just have to,
yeah,
so we can get deep one time.
Yeah, we do. We need to get real deep, honey, because Queens just right now, like I told people in the past little month, I've been, been going through a few little things, and it's just I'm just really baffled at people. Yeah, just real baffled.
People will make you baffled at them.
Yes. Yep. So baffled that you want to reach out and touch a membrane, but you have to check yourself.
Yes. Yeah. Give me a little sip, and give me
right.
And go on back a little bit.
Right. Because what I told myself, I always had to talk to myself and talk to the Lord and be like, I know I'm highly favored. You possibly need more help than I do. You understand? That's what I have to tell myself.
Yeah.
You probably in a worse situation than I am.
That's right. You got to make the best of the situation so it don't put you in a situation.
Exactly.
Yes, I do.
I said, I'm going to let the Lord handle it.
I'll go back and look at some of your...
Oh, yeah, I appreciate that. I do. Girl, we talk about everything, honey. Sometimes I just do subject matters just about relationships, different type of relationships, hot topics, stuff that famous people. I've talked about R. Kelly. I've talked about everything.
Yeah, and I'll start getting on here with you.
Oh, please do. So I'll be wanting somebody to come on.
Yeah, I will.
Especially somebody that I know, you know what I mean? Instead of just random people just jumping on the link and I don't know who they are. I let everybody get their opinion.
They can do some comments out this world, honey.
Say what, baby?
I said, because folks, if you don't learn, make some comments out this world.
Oh, honey. Look, when we get to talking about men, the men relationships, they will come in. They really have a lot to say. We start talking about the men. Dogs. Them old dog ass men. I think that's the next one I'm going to do. The next one, let's go. When you get some free time, I'd like to say the video I want to talk about is why does he prefer the ghetto chick?
Okay. Well, there we go.
And there we go.
Let's do one Monday on that one. Monday. Yeah.
Girl, it's just gonna be it's Wednesday.
I'm out Monday.
Oh, I see what you said. Oh, free time. So you mean you want to do it like early in the day or afternoon?
Oh, it could be, anytime on the days that I'm off.
Okay.
Sunday, Monday, and Tuesdays are my days off.
Okay, so you got to get up in the morning.
Yeah. So
okay, so you jump. Okay.
Those days will be fun, so I can tune in with.
Okay, are you coming out tonight?
I doubt it. Very seriously.
Okay.
Yes.
It's supposed to thunderstorms all week.
I might see you Friday. I will keep in touch with you though either way.
Okay. Okay. That sounds good. If you like your eyes burning, because my lashes was about to disintegrate. You see that video I made?
No, girl, no.
Yeah, you gotta check it, girl. My eyebrow. Let me tell you, my eyes was burning so bad. Them lashes were just. I said they about to catch on fire. That's how much smoke was in the room with that chicken grease.
I spend a little time, but I got to go. I got to go. I got to, you know what I mean? I got to go.
Yes,
anyway.
it was bad.
Yeah, I'll try to catch up with you.
That's fine, baby. Okay.
Friday, but still message me tomorrow on your topic.
Okay, that's fine. Call me anytime.
Okay, baby.
Okay, love you. Okay, honey. Bye-bye. Thanks for joining me. All right, bye-bye.
Yes,
bye-bye. All right, everybody. That's a longtime friend joining us from K Vegas. Woo! That was the topic this evening. 53 viewing. This is sad to me. So sad to me. Another black man gone. Lord have mercy. Another entertainer, another black man gone over some foolishness, nonsense. Somebody couldn't control their anger. What happened in that apartment? How long did the woman and Mr. Trouble know each other? Did they just meet recently? Was that his first time at her apartment? Has she been seeing him while she was dating Mr. Jones? They say that Mr. Jones did not know Mr. Trouble, vice versa. Not a love triangle. What is the truth? Did she tell him that she had company? Did she tell him who her company was for him to show up at that apartment on that late morning? 3 a.m. is very late to show up at someone's home. Now, naturally, yes, he had been sharing the home. They said allegedly with the woman. They just broke up. He had not been there in a week. So we have to ask ourselves, why did they break up? Had he been returning back and forth to the apartment and she wouldn't let him in? Was she ignoring his phone calls, texts? What happened between the two? Was he violent when he was with her? Let's go there. Because when he broke in the apartment, she woke in her bed to him beating her in the face. So was Mr. Jones violent with the woman while they were together? And why didn't he shoot her? Very interesting story, Ohio. And what would be sad is if we find out there's more to this story than just some guy popped off, broke into the apartment, beat up the girl, and then shot her lover. That if she told Mr. Jones that Mr. Trouble was there, that would be bad. Because like I said, you have to ask the obvious question. What are the odds that this man shows up to her apartment, breaks in, and she had a man in her bed, but he had not been there in a week? So what made him go this late morning to the apartment to break in? Had he been watching her, stalking her? Or did she tell him she had company? Did she tell him that Mr. Trouble was her company? Did she try to make him jealous by telling him she had company or gave the man's name? This is bad. And no matter how you word it or assume what happened, it's just bad all the way around, because one man forfeited his own freedom to kill another man. And we know he went there with the intention to harm a party or two parties because he had a gun with him. Was he a licensed carrier? Does he have a criminal background? Has he been in trouble before for using a gun, aggravated assault? Who is this man? And why did he forfeit his own freedom? We can only imagine what would have happened had Mr. Trouble not been there. He probably would have beat that woman to death and or shot her too. So possibly Mr. Trouble would be alive and she would be dead. Very interesting story. When I get more information pertaining to this sad tragedy out of the Atlanta metro area, I will bring you the said commentary. And thank you, Miss Regina, for joining me, a guest from Knoxville, Tennessee. If you all would like to donate to the Dream, the network, $Big Angie 129 Cash App. Thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you all have a wonderful week. I will be back tomorrow with more commentary pertaining to breaking news, more stimulating conversation. There is an uptick of crime in America, as you can see. You've heard from different parts of the United States, people killing people for various reasons. Naturally, the motives make no sense. They're illogical because they're coming from ill-willed people, tainted people, people with tainted spirits. But nonetheless, you need to be aware of your surroundings, the company that you keep. And this advice is to all of us, myself included. Be very careful of the company you keep, the people you fraternize with, the things you say to people, because people are not handling things in a normal fashion. People are becoming offended and they're becoming bitter from commentary and things done and said to them. That's why you have to be very careful how you talk to people, how you treat people, because you don't know what you do or say might set him or her off, or it might be them, might go get some people. You don't know. You don't know people. So be careful inviting people to your homes, going into people's homes, going in people's cars, putting people in your cars, visiting people in foreign places, hotels, other people's homes. Be very careful. Be very careful. And naturally, you can date someone for years or be married to someone for years, and he, she could still turn on you. And that's the sad part about life, is that you don't know people. That even with years of knowing someone, he or she can turn on you. So prayers for all. Mind the children. If you see something, say something. Be a part of the solution and not the problem. You hear someone talking out of turn, talking ill, alert somebody. Alert the authorities. Might save a life. Prayers to Mr. Orr's family and his children. And thank my guests for joining me as well. And thank you all for tuning in this late. God bless all of you. Stay safe. This is Everyday Shenanigans.